Kyle Richards has changed a lot since she and her husband Mauricio Umansky decided to split earlier this year. But was it for the better? Kyle Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has changed for the better since she and her husband, Mauricio Umansky, announced their split earlier in the year. The long-standing Beverly Hills housewife confirmed she and Mauricio were separated in July 2023. The news didn't come as much of a surprise, as Kyle and Mauricio's separation has been rumored for quite some time. Kyle started hanging out with Mauricio less and started surrounding herself with her friends instead. Since Kyle was hanging around women more, there was even some speculation that she started an affair with her friend and country singer, Morgan Wade. Kyle and Morgan denied dating rumors right away, but that didn't stop the public from speculating about them. Later on in Rhobh Season 13, viewers will get to see the fallout of Kyle and Mauricio's relationship, and they will also address the Kyle and Morgan rumors. The new season will definitely put more of a focus on Kyle and her life since the early Rhobh seasons. She has been through a lot in the last year, and viewers are excited to see how everything goes down. So far, the hardships in Kyle's relationship may have changed her for the better. Around the time Kyle and the rest of the ladies filmed the Rhobh Season 12 reunion, Kyle admitted that she had put exercising at the forefront. At the time, Kyle was going through a lot with her older sister and former Rhobh friend of Kathy Hilton. During Rhobh Season 12, Kathy was accused by Lisa Rinna of saying incredibly terrible things about their cast, especially Kyle, even claiming Kathy wanted to ruin Kyle's family. They didn't speak for a very long time, which Kyle was hurt by. At the same time, Kyle and Mauricio began going through their relationship woes. However, she channeled her pain into exercise. It seems Kyle may have realized that life isn't what she thought it would be. She and Kathy were in such a great place before, and she never thought it would go back to the way it was. Same with her relationship with Mauricio. She thought he was her fairy tale. Despite these hardships, Kyle is literally in the best shape she's been. She exercises daily, as seen on the most recent Rhobh episode, and she eats better. Sometimes change does a person a lot of good, and it clearly worked for Kyle. Not only did Kyle seemingly start exercising shortly before the downfall of her marriage, but she also got sober. Kyle realized that drinking didn't benefit her in any way, so she decided it was best for her to completely quit drinking. Kyle was never one to overdrink in the first place, but did see some aspects of herself when she would from last season that she didn't like. This made Kyle realize that alcohol isn't something she needs in her life. While it isn't confirmed when Kyle and Mauricio started having marriage issues, it does seem that getting sober at least helped her realize that her marriage just isn't what it used to be. Kyle and Mauricio were the it couple on Bravo, and they seemed unbreakable. However, in the last year, getting sober has changed Kyle and helped her realize she needed to make some changes, including in her marriage. Kyle has always been kind of a pushover when it comes to her family, but since her split from Mauricio, Kyle isn't going to let anyone tell her what to do. Since Kyle's marriage fell apart, she began to realize that she couldn't let people walk all over her anymore. It wasn't helping her mentally or emotionally, so Kyle started to not care what people thought anymore. Kyle always let her sisters walk all over her and tell her what to do, and it was only hurting her emotionally. She clearly got tired of being like this after a while, and her separation only made her realize this more. Kyle is her own person and won't let her family or husband walk all over her anymore. Since her separation, Kyle has become more independent of Mauricio, allowing her to be more headstrong. Even though Kyle and Mauricio have a great life together, Kyle wants to do her own thing without her husband. As fans have seen from Kyle over the last year, she has started hanging out with her girlfriends a lot more, including Morgan, whom she's rumored to be having an affair with. However, Kyle doesn't care what the public thinks and is going to do what she wants. Even her new tattoos, which she talked about in a few episodes of Rhobh Season 13, are a product of Kyle's new headstrong persona. She's becoming somewhat of a rebel, and that includes getting cute little tattoos. Mauricio even said she's getting too many now. But she doesn't care. It's Kyle's body, and she will do what she wants with it. Since her split from Mauricio, Kyle has been focusing on herself more than ever. From working out to getting sober to an attitude change, Kyle is all about taking care of Kyle. While her kids have always been her number one priority, and always will be, Kyle is putting her wants and needs at the forefront now. She always made sure her kids and Mauricio were taken care of, and she was last on the list. Now that all of her kids are grown, and her marriage to Mauricio is most likely ending, Kyle is ready to focus on her wants and needs. Judging from Rhobh Season 13, Kyle and Mauricio were separated long before they announced it in July. Or at least Kyle felt separated from Mauricio. Like she said on the show, she and Mauricio are disconnected in their marriage. Whether or not they will get back together is still unknown. Nonetheless, Kyle has changed for the better since she and Mauricio started to have marriage issues. Maybe Kyle, at this time in her life, should be single.